This video is brought to you by 3, bringing you 4G at no extra cost and some exclusive deals over at btech.com.
The HTC One camera has been criticised heavily based on the fact it's packing a lower resolution 4.1 megapixel sensor. The f2 lens doesn't save it, and on top of that, critics have said pictures are duller than the competition in a lot of areas. So all in all, in pure automatic mode, this thing just isn't nailing it. But we'd say if you were prepared to tinker, you could actually get more out of the HTC One M8 than you could out of the competition. Here's why. We'll start off by telling you about the hardware, and that f2 lens is paired with a 4.1 megapixel sensor, as we said. You've got a dual LED flash, one warm, one cool, to deliver outstanding brightness. Up top, you've also got a secondary camera, and that delivers perspective information. If we're to open the camera UI, this is the main area this phone really does differentiate well. If you jump into the settings on the right hand side, you can choose your shooting modes: cameras, video, Zoe capture, selfie, dual capture and panorama 360. Jumping out of that, we can take a look into the shooting modes to show you exactly why this thing is so cool. Tap auto, you can see the additional shooting modes: nighttime, HDR, panorama, anti-shake, manual, portrait, landscape, backlit, text and macro. If you tap through on manual, you can really set up the scene the way you want it and then some. So we've manually set our white balance in Kelvin right there. So we've got it set to about 6060 Kelvin for this scene. We've also got our ISO set to 400. We've got our shutter speed set to 1/400, and we have our focus set to nearest focal range of macro. So pulling that right up close in, we can take a picture. Let's take another one so that we can get some background in there, and we can immediately see we've set it so that we've got it really nice close macro. Getting close macro ensures we have some decent depth of field on there as well, and so anyone who wants to have that kind of manual control can even take this as far as doing things like light trails, which we've done extensively. You can take shots at night, just slow exposure, and it even works handheld. You also get a live preview on the screen of exactly what is going on. So if we were to open up the shutter wide open for a 2-second lens, you can see it's completely blown out, whereas if we pull that up, we can see, give it a little bit of time to refresh, and it goes back to normal. Right, jumping out of the manual shooting mode straight into automatic. This is something else that HTC One does that no other camera phone can do. Let's take a picture of Petra right here. So if we jump into the actual picture, we can press the edit button. If we jump into the foregrounder, we can do something called foreground. So we sketch the background out. So that's cool. We can also use the same kind of logic to do a background blur, background defocus. It isn't perfect, but neither is that on the Sony Xperia Z2. And then we can refocus on certain elements after we actually take the picture. And that works incredibly, incredibly well. And again, it doesn't take long, and you can do it on all the pictures that you take in plain automatic mode. So it means that you don't have to think, oh, I need to background defocus this picture and so swap out shooting modes, which is really nice. You can also do a very cool 3D effect, again in complete automatic mode. Edit, 3D dimension plus, and you can get a weird tour around Pedra, as you can see. This works well sometimes, it works less well other times, and if we were to take another picture of Pedra, as you can see, you can get some really nice 3D effects on here. These can be activated either gyroscopically with a tilt, which isn't always ideal when you're showing something off on camera, or with a finger. So these really nice effects that you can just add on, you don't even have to think about when you're taking the picture, and given the fact pictures are all so instantaneous or else you lose the moment, adds a really, really nice degree of retrospective creativity you can apply. So all in all, the HTC One camera is sure the quality in pure automatic mode isn't going to be the best out there, but if you want to tinker, you can get something out of this phone that you can't on any others. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, click the like button. If you like the channel in general, click subscribe and head over to btech.com. Over there you can find the latest in smartphones, tablets, smart gadgets, not to mention some awesome deals as well.
At the top of the screen is where you can find 3 hand-picked videos for your viewing pleasure. On the left is where you can subscribe, and on the right hand side you can find some exclusive deals if you head over to btech.com.